What's up, everybody? This is Vic from Red Hannah. I hope everybody's staying safe, and we miss you, and can't wait to get back to work. But we're going to be trying some new things in these next few episodes, so we hope you like it. And if you do, go hit that like and subscribe button. This is Red House.
Hey, welcome to episode 2.
Hey everybody, welcome to Red House. It's episode number 2. What up? Everyone say hi.
Hey.
Hello.
I'm going to say hi.
What did you guys think about the first episode? How did you feel it came across? I mean,
Awesome.
We want to ask you guys as well, and hopefully you leave some feedback in the comments for us. But how did you guys feel about it?
I liked it. It was awesome. It's pretty fun. Actually, this has turned out to be way more fun than I ever thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
For real.
I think the biggest challenge is just kind of like getting used to ignoring the fact that there's a camera there because, you know, for us, it's like we're not used to, we're used to live situations where when that moment goes by, it's gone forever.
Yeah.
So I think we're used to our conversations not being recorded. We actually talked about this the other day. Like we grew up in a different era where our lives are not like we're used to not having
so
everything
lucky.
so documented,
Yeah.
every detail of our life, to the point of, I mean, one of the cool things I think about natural memory is it kind of fills in the blanks on things, maybe in a way it colors them in a way that, I don't know, maybe makes them even sweeter and feel better in your heart than they do. I think that sometimes it's like when you go on vacation, you take a picture with your cell phone, you're like, that's not what it looked like. It felt like this. You know what I'm saying? So I think that memories are kind of, I
don't have many memories, man.
How many times did you do stupid when you were a kid and it's not caught on film and you're thankful for that? Because now
you
everybody...
kids have no idea what it's...
it's ridiculous.
And vice versa, we have no idea what it feels like to have a childhood like that everything is on the internet.
It's crazy to me that there's kids that are 21 years old now that their whole life is on. And I was saying that yesterday, that their whole life is online because from their parents putting their pictures on Facebook or whatever it is, Instagram, blah blah blah, till they have their own.
My kids.
Yeah, but your kids are cool though.
Well, I do got to say though, it feels nice to have a different platform to be creative on.
Yeah,
it's different. I don't like it. I don't like talking on a microphone. I don't like standing or sitting in front of a camera. I really don't like it. But it's, I guess, how do I put it? I like that it's pushing me out of my comfort zone,
Yeah. For all of us, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm enjoying that aspect of it to the best of my abilities.
Well, I just like that we get to play.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a couple songs, we get to play. That's what we do. That's who we are. And this whole thing has kind of taken that away from us. So this is nice to be able to get in a room and hash some shit out. So
I think that me personally, that's when I feel most normal doing this new thing is when we're playing, because this part is, to me, it feels a little bit awkward.
Yeah.
Because we haven't done it. We're so used to getting...
Because there's mics and cameras, we bullshit all the time. And we always say, we should be filming this, we should be filming this. And then we sit here, and it's like...
We're like deers in headlights here. Like, oh.
No, I think that one of the cool things about, as we get used to it is... we're so used to having real-time feedback to when we talk or play or whatever. Like, if I say something on the microphone, if it's dumb or funny, I find out it within minutes because you get the response right then from there. For this, like, we can't really tell if we're connecting with anybody till after the fact. And then how do you even judge that? Like, views or likes? Like how? Like, that's not, to me, that's not even a real... To me, that's not the interaction though as artists that we're into. Like there's no number that any of these videos that are gonna click that's gonna ever feel like a bunch of our friends in a room going, "Hey man, that was fun," or "That was awesome." So I mean, it's a weird.
You gotta visualize everybody naked.
I think you gotta be very selective about who you visualize naked.
You pick.
Like you got Vic, you got to think that through. Like you can't just like.
I thought we were supposed to visualize each other naked.
No.
That's not how it works.
We don't really know what we're doing in this format. And we're so used to having real-time feedback, as entertainers of whether what we're doing is connected with people or not. Like we're talking to a camera right now, and then it gets uploaded a few days later, and then like likes or comments or clicks or whatever come in. And for us, we're so not used to communicating with our friends and fans and family and all that good stuff like that. We're used to playing a song and you either clap or you cry or you boo or whatever. But people, we know as we're doing it or right when it's over if what we're doing is hitting. So we have no idea if this is working or not. I mean, but that's kind of the cool thing about it is it definitely, like Matt said, is pushing us out of our comfort zone because this is like a brave new world for us. But I'll tell you, ever since this has started, I think one of the coolest things we've seen our friends doing is fearlessly just taking their shows online because, as intimidating as this is for us, and I consider, we've been around a minute, we're not scared of microphones in a traditional sense, but this is just weird.
It's weird.
But to see our friends that, like Steve Forrest and Matty Jolly and Claire, and so, we mentioned them in the last week's show, but I really think that Jeff Crawford, some of our friends like that, Keith, obviously, Klug, I mean, we've seen these guys just kind of say, you know what, if this is what's happening, I'm just gonna jump in the mix. I don't know how comfortable I would be doing that.
I thought about it myself.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
Just to be able to play in front of a camera by yourself in your house and with no kind of.
Hey, kudos to the people at home that are making it happen.
Yeah,
man. We
but
love you.
You need that gratification. It's like an instant gratification from the.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That maybe
it's hard.
That might be easier than what we're doing though, because at least when it's live and you're going live, you're getting feedback in real time. Maybe that's something that we may not be getting, doing this platform because, like I said, we're going to be filming the show and then we're going to be uploading it to YouTube. So we're not going to get any response in real time as we're doing it.
Well, maybe at some point we can do a live show at a venue or, have people. You know what I'm saying?
Live audience?
Do a live audience kind of.
That would be cool, yeah.
Yeah. Once we get really good at it.
You mean do the live podcast at a venue?
At a venue.
Oh, I mean, we've had even Ozzy from the Buddha, those guys suggested that. But obviously, because of the restrictions right now, we couldn't do it in front of a live audience. But I think it would
I'm thinking
when we get way more comfortable.
Yeah, when we get comfortable doing
in front
this.
of a live audience, we would say, because the only difference between that and what we normally do is we just don't have an instrument in our hand. But the good news is they're right there. That would probably make us much more comfortable is being able to bring some live, I don't know, friends or what's the word you would use?
Instrument?
No, the people you play for your instrument.
Because you went from when you bring a live and then you went to friends.
Yeah, well,
Audience.
I have ADD. Your job is to fill in the blanks, Vic.
I'm still in the last. I'm answering the last.
No, what I'm saying. All right, we're gonna, of all the interesting things we've seen pop up is the entertainment landscape is changing. I don't know. I think that the Instagram girls are going kind of crazy at home doing their OnlyFans thing. I wonder how much. I
wonder if they're still making money.
I'm sure they're making more money right now because there's a bunch of guys home that are bored. Or guys are.
Yeah, but they're out of
so.
work,
But I don't. But the thing is our circle's out of work. But there are people in this economy with this situation that are still going to be doing okay. They're still. I mean, some businesses will thrive and some won't. I mean, obviously, not going to turn this into that. I'm just kind of curious as to how it affects some of the other entertainment categories because obviously we know that the bars are closed. I don't know, business as usual is not happening not only in Southwest Florida, but it's not happening anywhere.
Yeah.
So you just have to wonder all these different tentacles that we don't normally think about. How many of these things are changing for other people. And also, we talked about this as well. If you guys have anything that you would like to have us talk about or any input on any of the subjects we have, type it in the comments. And obviously we're making the show for everybody.
Yeah.
So, anything that you think that will be things you want us to talk about or people that you would like to see on the show or, I don't know, like I said, this show, other than trying not to offend anybody, the format's pretty wide open. I shouldn't say we don't want to offend anybody. We're going to try to not offend too many people.
We're bleeping it out this episode.
Oh, we really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, we are. We're getting censored this episode because.
Well, if we want some legitimate sponsors, then we're gonna have to.
Not safe.
You know how hard that is for me. Now, you want to talk about me being a team player? The fact that I'm even willing to try to. We should actually make that the premise of this episode. See how many times? No, because otherwise it'll just get.
It's going to get out of control.
Yeah,
but I got to tell you though, we did pretty good on the first episode. I think there was only 3.
And they all came from Vic.
me. Yeah.
No. I think one was from you. One was from you.
Yeah, for sure.
I said one, but I think I cut it out.
And then my little guy.
Oh yeah. We all got one in.
Yeah.
Hey.
Let's all get out of our system right now. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Angry. Actually, Matt's the one that should be angry. Every time, you know what?
It's more work for me.
I don't. Hey, let's seriously put a swear jar on here. Like I think who thinks that we should have a swear jar on this table because we're going to be editing this show.
I don't get no money, bro. It's a virtual swear jar.
Virtual swear jar. We'll pay it in Bitcoin.
I can.
We'll make a Bitcoin swear jar.
We can just go
one Clorox wipe.
Toilet paper roll.
Toilet paper square.
No,
Oh, a square.
Yeah.
That's it.
A square.
Square.
Yeah, we're gonna do prison
It's a
rolls.
square jar.
Square jar.
A square jar.
Squared.
A square.
That's it.
Hey,
Yeah.
you know about what we're gonna do? We're gonna do prison rules. Instead of playing for cigarettes and for commissary, we're gonna start playing for toilet paper and hand sanitizer.
Yep.
I like it. I win.
Duck
Curious
my
as
sick,
to-
bro.
Duck my sick, bro.
Duck my sick.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. You want to duck my sick?
No. Like is
No,
that,
you
is
never
that,
ducked a sick before.
Is that what this episode is going to be? That's going to be at least a segment in every episode. Is us trying to work around the censorship laws by finding new creative ways to say all the terrible things we say on a daily basis.
Duck my sick, bro.
Well,
I get where you're coming
will mess
from
it
because
up.
when my kids were little, we tried desperately not to cuss in front of them, but they go
Couldn't
to school. Well, they go to school, and kids today, especially, there's no restriction. There's no.
When do you
punishment.
think you started cursing? Like I'm trying to remember when I started. Like, was it middle school?
I think it was middle school for me, and my kids were the same way. I mean, my oldest daughter said when she was 3, but
Yeah, but I'm saying.
but not like she knew what the word was. She just kind of threw it out. But now, of course, you've met my kids.
It's a mini you, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, we're saying it now? Okay.
Yeah. Well, no, we're not saying it now.
This episode is already. I'm gonna have to do so much shit to bleep this out.
I think it's going to be just an episode of bleeps.
Loses, you just done lost.
So I was spacing out.
No.
He wasn't even paying attention, bro.
I wasn't at all.
That's what kids do, bro.
The song is called Numb. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Take a deep breath, 'cause here comes the pain, and fall to your knees. The tears fall down like rain, and pull down the blinds to black out the day. Nothing feels right. Just hide from the light and just close your eyes till it all goes away. I'd rather be numb. I'd rather feel nothing. See it all fall away from the words that you say, and find that he might mean something to you. I'd rather be numb. Another deep breath. I push through the pain. The panic dies down, but the hurt's here to stay. Will you close your eyes? There's always a face where nothing feels right. Just hide from the light. Oh, baby, in time it'll all go away. I'd rather be numb. I'd rather feel nothing. See it all fall away from the words that you say, and feel like I just mean nothing to you. I'd rather be numb.
feels right. Just hide from the light. But maybe in time it'll all go away. I'd rather be numb. I'd rather feel nothing than see it all fall away from the words that you say and feel like I just mean nothing to you. I'd rather be numb.
Tell me a story.
Do you guys think that bitch Carol Baskins killed her husband? Because I do. I sure as hell
I
do.
do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the Tiger,
Dude,
bro.
she was the creepiest. When she did a slow turn, like you knew she killed him.
Dude,
you
when
know
she
killed him.
said when the tiger bit, he was like biting Joe's ankle, and they interviewed her, and she's like, if they wanted him to eat him, they would have put sardine oil on his
I was
shoes.
like, oh, I literally jumped out of my seat.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
She knows. She's done this before.
Yeah. It's exactly
so?
what she did.
Why sardine oil? You know what I'm saying?
Because cats like fish.
Yeah.
You know what, Matt? That's why you're the leader. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, you got those kind of answers. I don't know because you grew up in the internet, but I like I sat down, like, I had a piece of paper, like, I had to try to figure out, like, sardine oil. I don't.
Dude, you
I
own a turtle. You don't know nothing about cats.
No, I don't know. I've been living on a street with all feral cats.
Bob's the turtle king.
Turtle King, bro.
Turtle.
Jonathan, that is our turtle king.
He's the king of something. I don't think it's turtles, though.
Hi, Jonathan.
Hey, Jonathan.
Hi.
Listen.
Quit tripping.
Listen. We all know that that this documentary is the biggest trending thing right now, and like we're not dumb. We're gonna capitalize on a trend, and so I think all we gotta do is just gotta put Jonathan in some sort of animal and just make him the whatever king. So we gotta think, like, let's think about what would Jonathan's like
Unicorn.
What does...
No, like what animal would Jonathan connect with? I mean, one that we can get like 20 of them and lock them in a cage and like make a documentary with these same cameras rather than filming our dumbasses.
Just cats, bro.
Cats?
Yeah, just normal cat. Oh, if he's Fish King.
No.
How about the Swedish fish king?
Goldfish King, bro.
No, that doesn't sell on Netflix, bro. The animal's got to be some sort of like, what's the cute? Like, turtles, like, I like my turtles, but they're not cute. Like, it's got to be something fuzzy with them little big eyes. That, like, oh.
I don't think he's the Beaver King.
Beaver King? Think Jonathan could be the Beaver King?
Sometimes.
What king would Jason Pauly be?
I plead the fifth.
Oh, we could have fun with this. No, but I would say
This is how we get in
if
trouble.
Southwest Florida was going to have their own.
It would be you, man.
I don't want to be no.
But it would be you. I guarantee if they put a vote in Fort Myers, that everybody would vote for you to be that guy.
to be the king of some
whatever. Yeah.
animal was the
Just
animal
like
of the
you're
week.
gonna have a church, you're gonna be the.
Well, I get a church.
We've
What
been
do you
talking
mean?
about this forever.
Oh, I'm saying, but I thought like you get one if you get to be like the
Oh, you only
king.
get one?
Well, I don't know. I don't think you could be like the. I mean, if we're using Joe Exotic as a prototype for a new.
He ran
media
for
star.
president.
Legitimately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And governor.
Did you not watch it?
I did, but I freaking fall asleep and I smoke weed and I freaking.
How, dude? I was up till like 4 in the morning.
Yeah, but I have the attention span of a fucking goldfish. No, but really though, like when I watch those documentaries, I mean, I zone in, I zone out. So like there might be some minute details that I don't know about because I was too busy, bumbling around or not paying attention. So you guys want to fill me in? What are some key points I might have missed?
He ran for governor. Oh, he actually
There's
ran
so
for
much.
president.
I saw that.
He
part,
ran
but
for
then-
president.
Wait a minute.
As an
Let's
independent.
cut right to the end. So
Every
now,
minute of that series is fascinating.
Yes.
Literally every minute.
Yeah.
Yep.
Really?
Yes.
Did you watch the same series I did? Because
Yeah.
all right.
Dude, I watched. Yeah.
I was hooked.
There wasn't
I
a lot.
was hooked
there
in
wasn't
15
a lot
minutes,
of teeth
yeah.
in that show.
I mean, I liked it. I liked it, but I don't know that I was like fascinated.
I would have thought that that's his man.
What?
That he would have bought some teeth for his man.
Dude, I would have
You know
done.
what I'm saying?
I would have at the gift shop. I would have broken up a pack of chiclets, and I would have went dunk, 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 dunk.
Bro.
I mean, no, I would have been.
Where's that Lysol can?
So explain. So cut right to the end of this little synopsis of the show. So now he's in jail and he's got another boyfriend waiting for him in jail. Like, isn't that 3 other shows like together? Isn't there like shows about?
I'm sure there's going to be more of that show.
Yeah,
I hope so.
The Jeff Lowe guy. Is it Jeff Lowe?
Jeff Lowe, yeah.
Yeah, he's got some shit coming down on him. Because he's like, where did he come from?
And that whole thing, that whole show, that whole series just prompted the guy in Tampa, the sheriff, to reopen the case, the disappearance case, and he's offering a reward for, information on the disappearance.
Well, it probably makes them look like idiots, you know what I'm saying? Like when the whole planet is going, we think we figured this one out, and you're going, it does make you look kind of like Mayberry. You know
when she did all that shit to the kids that they didn't get any money, that like she changed his will before he died.
Can we do a show at her place?
Ooh,
Tampa's not far, yo.
ooh.
I don't know. I don't want to be near her. Yeah.
Dude,
I'll punch Tiger right in the face. But what do you say in the show? He's like, "I'll shoot you between the eyes, you."
You want to know my survival tip for if we go shoot up there? You don't have to be faster than Tiger. You just got to be faster than Vic.
Well, I'm gonna be. You'll have to check this out. You're gonna have to catch up to me because I won't go near the Tiger.
Dude, come on, we gotta live a little bit, bro.
No, that's okay.
Like, you know how like we grew up in a different era where they had like the Jackass shows, where people were, like I don't even think what we're trying to do is like this is not. I mean, are we?
That
trying
was
to
our
get
era.
famous?
I guess.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm saying that we grew up in that era of entertainment, where Jackass, where I'm saying, well, people would like do all this crazy stuff to try to become famous or notorious or whatever.
Yeah, but they're just stupid, dude.
I'm saying, but like, I don't know. One, I wouldn't do half that stuff, but is that really what you want to be famous for?
I don't think those dudes are trying to get famous. I think that's what's just that they were friends and that's what they did to have fun, and it just became.
Someone actually wanted to give them money to do it.
Right? Yeah.
They would have done it without the cameras.
They would have totally done it without the camera. I think they were.
Did it with
yeah. They were doing.
We're kind of lame, actually. Think about it. How does your mic keep?
I don't know, dude.
And the chick, by the way, who got her arm ripped off.
Oh man!
And just sat there and looked and didn't scream, didn't cry.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert: if you haven't watched Tiger Queen,
that's what it should have been called.
Yeah.
if you haven't watched, don't either turn off this thing or watch the show or whatever. But we are going to be talking about it because one, I didn't pay close enough attention, obviously. And two, Matt is all of a sudden an expert on all things Tiger King.
I have a tiger tattooed on my hand.
Well,
I'm so jealous, bro.
Well, why is this thing in front of me? Is it for safety purposes?
No, don't throw that. That's sentimental.
No.
No.
I don't know how, but somebody commented on this thing, and this is, I don't want to say this is my spirit animal. It's just a piece of junk I found on Tyler's desk, but we needed prop pieces. Well, Tyler, is this thing got a story to it? Does this come from Africa?
I have no idea where that came from.
Let me see it.
Oh, that one doesn't.
Stop trying to put your germs on my tiger.
Oh, God. I can't even argue with you right now about it. So what did you know that his other boyfriend or husband killed himself?
I did, but like I said, I mean, like I don't sleep good, and like when I binge watch that stuff, I started nodding off and
you
stuff.
You know what it is? I think you're so desensitized that none of this stuff is just like shocking to you. You're just like, eh.
To me, like I mean, honestly, like I always look for something for entertainment value, so I immediately try to like take a look at like, okay, well, how much of this is obviously just scripted. Like I actually had to Google to make sure that those were even real people and real.
I did the same thing at the beginning.
So I'm like, this is too kooky to actually be like, especially with her killing her husband. I'm like, all this stuff. Like I said, these Keystone Cops would put that together. So I mean, if for whatever legitimate law enforcement,
what cops?
Keystone. You don't know what that is?
Oh, the old.
Dude, I'm old.
You just dated yourself.
I'm not gonna start making like
Keystone Cops.
That's like old school, like Charlie Chaplin style stuff.
Like,
like black and white.
1819.
Like when the Spanish flu came around the first time, that's when the Keystone Cops were kicking.
Find something new every day.
Any which who, those black and white motherfuckers would have probably been able to figure out that she killed her husband. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that like
that sounded so bad.
Black and white film. Yeah, well, that'll be a thing that when I'm running for president in 20 years.
Oh, did you see they just fired off the first Space Force rocket? Yeah.
Oh, they
Without
did?
my permission.
Nope.
I'm changing my Facebook status. I'm the emperor of the Space Force, and they fired off a rocket without even asking me.
Well, you should say, "Oh, they just fired a rocket. They just fired my new rocket." Like you knew about it. That's what.
That's what.
And you gotta go. Nobody knows. Nobody knows missiles like me.
Certain leaders would approach it that way, Vic. Bob Cabrini, I'm a man of the people, so I will honestly say I'm angry. Blowing my rockets in space, didn't even ask me.
I want to blow my rocket in space. Sounds amazing.
You definitely will get a little on you.
Not me. I shoot powdered space dust. Here's a little sneak preview of my fans only page. I got a question right off the bat, and I'm sure this is one that, as guys, you gotta kind of wonder, what would be the allure that dude would have that would make two supposedly straight dudes get involved to the degree they do? Like I said, what could possibly be
Meth.
Meth? Is that it?
Meth and tigers.
And tigers.
I'm saying, but what? The tigers really.
To be able to, not so much meth, but
To play with a tiger?
to play with a tiger, hell yeah.
Oh my God, that's
I'm gonna
pretty
have to say
funny.
the nano on the tiger, but I think that means we should definitely. We're not doing the right. We should be in the tiger business.
How do you think Jeff Lowe? That's what him and his wife were doing in Vegas.
That's right.
They'd sneak tiger cubs up into the hotel rooms, and then they'd get all the girls back. They were swingers, That's how they lured them back to the room.
Well, but to me that makes a little bit more sense. It's not that.
If somebody said, "Yo, I got a tiger in my hotel room. You want to see it?"
Yeah,
I do.
yeah.
But once you see the tiger, and when they pulled their pants down, I'd be like, "Thanks for showing me your tiger. I think that I'm gonna go back down to the
Well,
casino
then I
now."
feel bad. I gotta repay them somehow. For play with the tiger.
And that's why it takes 4 individuals to make Red Hannah.
They were kids. They were like 18 when they met him. Homeless, whatever it was,
Well, that's why you have to do the meth, because after you feel so bad about it,
Yeah.
the meth makes you feel better.
My theory on that is the meth is to freshen your breath afterwards.
That's what it is.
What would it take? Like we went down a pretty crazy party path. What would it have taken on our party train to have ended up that dude's boyfriend / girlfriend / whatever that turned into?
It could have happened very easily. If you were homeless, you were hungry.
Okay,
That's what they were, though. Those people were people that just got out of jail. They had no jobs. They had no homes.
All the people that worked for him were all just got out of jail.
Yeah.
He picked them up from bus station. People would call him to tell him somebody just ended up at a bus station and they're sitting there. He'd go get them.
You got a place to stay.
Yeah.
You got food to eat from the Walmart truck, expired meat.
Yep.
Let me
You got a sick deduct.
And if you're the one that's lucky enough to play with his pee-pee, you get to live in the house.
Dude, it's like the Playboy
Tiger
Mansion.
Cubs, yeah.
Tiger
And
King
meth.
was like Hugh Hefner,
and
man.
guns.
He always had his one that stayed in the house with him,
Yeah.
and everyone else was.
out in the field working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is.
It
That's
all
what I'm
makes
saying,
so
like-
much sense now.
You never got to that point though. You're never homeless or anything like that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like we talked about this a little bit last week. As a drug addict, I was pretty resourceful, but I don't know. I think I would have probably been able to figure out a better plan. Right now it's a little bit weird. We talked about how would I stay high now.
Bro, when you're desperate, you're desperate.
That's it.
This is great. One of the things, the reason that we're so pro marijuana is because we've kind of lived through a lot of the booze and drug hell, man. And the difference in my life, and I can only speak for me, but man, the difference for me, what happens, when I get freaking, hit a joint a couple times as opposed to when I freaking snort a couple 8 balls and just wash it down with a couple bottles of tequila, it's 2 different worlds, man. It is and always will be, so.
I just got to the point where I couldn't, you wake up one day and you're like, damn, now it takes me 3 days to feel normal. This is bullshit.
I
don't
couldn't imagine
really
having a
wanna-
hangover right now.
Oh, I know.
Hey, Vic, quick little question. What is the best position during this quarantine to have your back not hurt? On the bed, on the couch, or laying on the floor?
Bed. Well, it's gonna hurt regardless. So
The bed has been my thing, dude. My back is killing me.
actually,
I think
I'm
my
pretty.
bed's too soft, though.
I get up, I chill on the couch for a while, and then I go to bed. Well, I got the kids at the house, so they're pretty chill.
Have your kids seen the show yet? Will they see the show?
I played on the musical interludes.
Yeah, that's it.
And that was it. I was like, no, you can't watch the rest. She's like, why not? I'm like,
For grown folks.
It's an adult thing.
It's for grown folks.
Yeah.
Hey, let's talk again about some of the live feeds we've been seeing from homes.
So, Maddie posted something today about somebody emailed him about, him, this whole thing going on, and they sat and watched. I think his son or somebody was in the hospital, and they were sitting there watching the feed of him playing, which is, and it is reaching other people that would normally you wouldn't get a chance to play to, but I can't do it. I couldn't sit there in front of a camera. I mean, I am now, but I got you guys.
Well, you're doing it in a different format.
Yeah, and I don't know.
But that's the cool thing about this, man, is that everyone's kind of pushed out of their comfort zone now. It's not just us. It's everyone who's out of work and trying to find ways not only to occupy your mind and just stay busy, but figuring out alternative ways to work, to be creative. And I don't know. I think it's cool. I like to see at least everyone's being active about it and everyone's doing something about it in, one way, shape, form, or another.
If you're doing these podcasts or you're doing these live streams or anything that you're doing that is, I don't know, that you feel is proactive, it's a time that I think that especially as artists and musicians and people just in general, we don't really know what the landscape's going to be like, when things get opened back up.
I'd actually like to know some of our fellow musicians' thoughts on how it's going to be after.
Do you think we're going to go back to
leave your thoughts in the comments because I would love to know, because this is all brand new territory and we're all in this together, and our future income is pretty much at stake. I don't know what's going to happen after all this is said and done, and how long it's going to take after that before we can start getting back to work how we were.
What do you guys think is going to happen when people start being able to go back out to bars again? Do you guys think that?
I think
people are going to be pumped to go out and they're going to tear it up? You think there's going to be some new social distancing going on in bars?
I think people are going to be more cautious about that, but I also think people are going to be so pent up that the bars are going to be packed.
Yeah.
I mean, and I personally believe, who knows, but I think we're going to bounce back. I mean, there might be a little bit of a lull there.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to build back up pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think everybody's going to go back out. They're going to be, like you said, it's going to be cautious because, they say it's over. How can you say it's over? Okay, you can go back. Yeah. You don't know. So
until the next thing.
Yeah.
God.
COVID-19 S+.
Hey, let me ask you fellas this: how excited are you guys going to be when we get to go back out and play live again?
I'm stoked. I can't wait.
Yes. Yeah. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I miss everybody. I miss physical contact. Just hugging people. There's so many people I hug.
Vic misses physical contact, everybody.
Yeah.
Hey,
what I'm saying.
As we even talked about it, it's weird even when we get together.
Yeah, we can't.
We always hey,
we almost hugged.
Yeah.
And Vic.
We're like, oh.
Last night we're like,
dude, I don't know how I would feel right now if at least if we weren't getting together and seeing each other and doing this, if it was just complete. Sorry, I didn't even touch you there, bud.
You touched me.
Lysol, bro.
I mean, it sucks, man. I mean, we're being safe and we're not mingling with everybody. We've been seeing each other obviously the whole time into this whole process that's been happening. But God, I'm thankful for you guys that I can at least have that interaction with you guys.
Yeah.
Can you? I mean, because we do get this little tiny bit of interaction, I can imagine what it would be like to take that down a step and not be able to see each other, for the duration. Say if we truly got in a situation in Southwest Florida, look, you just can't leave your house for anything. Yeah. I think not being able to just even do this would really take a toll on my sanity. I mean, I'm not, I'm not put together all that good on a good day, but you take away, my support system, and I think that I could, left to my own brain and my own devices, I can get crazy quick.
Our phones will be blowing up.
Group text.
That's true. We're not together. We have our group text, and that shit's going all day long.
But part of it is obviously we're friends, but part of it is we're trying to keep some sort of a sense of a grounding and having some sort of business. This is such a new format for us that as we're figuring it out, I think we communicate more now. Even though we might even be playing less music, isn't it kind of weird? Because, we're doing these musical segments, But, you know, our business has been based on us playing music together, and now that's turned into this chunk of it. And now, I mean, obviously we can't wait to get back to playing music, but now, you know, we're kind of turning into a little bit of these internet talking heads, which is kind of a bizarre.
It's kind of weird. Yeah.
It's a bizarre step for us, but you know, we like to rise to the challenge, try some new things. So if you guys have any thoughts or feedback, or you know, anything you think we could do to make the show better, man, please, you know how to find us, or type it in the comments, or you can email us, or get a hold of us. Like, let us figure this out together. You know, we don't know what we're doing all that much, so we're just kind of winging it as we go. And we're definitely having fun trying some new things out, but we're looking for you guys to, you know, kind of help us steer this thing.
This is Don't Let Me Down.
Nobody loves me like the way she does. Oh, she does. Yeah, she does. And if somebody loved me like she do me, oh, she do me. Yeah, she do. Well, don't let me down, baby. Well, don't let me down. All right, don't let me down. Telling you, baby, don't let me down. 'Cause I'm in love for the first time, and it's a love that's gonna last, and it's a love that lasts forever, and it's a love that has no past, has no past. You don't let me down, baby. You don't let me down. All right, don't let me down. Telling you, baby, don't let me down. And from the first time that she really done me, oh, she done me. She done me good, yeah. I guess nobody ever really done me. Oh, she done me. She done me good. You don't let me down, baby. You don't let me down. All right, you don't let me down. Telling you, baby, you don't let me down. Me down, baby. You don't let me down. All right, you don't let me down. Telling you, baby, don't let me down.
Everybody coming back from a little Red Hannah Team Green bake break. And want to thank our brother Ozzy from Taco Works for hooking up the munchies for our Team Green Munchie Minute. We appreciate you, brother. Want to just take a quick little minute to shout out our friends Danny Sweep and Carrie Woolsey from Clean Roof. Thanks for sponsoring this week's episode, fellas. You guys rock. Hey, if you guys enjoy what we're trying to do here and you would like to see us continue to do this, please consider becoming a member of our growing number of friends, fans, family, and supporters that are really the backbone of this new venture. So check out some of the ways that you can kick in to help us do this. And everybody that joins this little league are going to be entered to win our 420 prize stash. We're going to be collecting a whole bunch of cool stuff. We're going to be compiling it here, and then rather than just give away one thing on our 420 episode, we're going to pick one name out of our supporters, and we're going to hook them up with a whole bunch of cool junk. Team Green all the way. Stay safe. We'll see you next time.